Well?
Nothing. Not a bloody thing. There are no more pills. It wasn't lying.
Tom!
Greedy bastard!
Tom, what do we do?
Shut up, shut up. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Redditch.
What?
Redditch. That's where we're going, to the local Guardian's headquarters. Redditch. That's what you wanted to know, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, that's where we're going.
Why?
Blow it up. Flatten it. That's what Tweedy said. That's what we're going to do.
It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe, but that's what Tweedy said. We're going to look after you, he said. But first of all, there's a little demolition job to be done. That's what the bastard said.
Suppose he was lying.
Why should he? Anyway, who cares?
Listen.
Now, look! Maybe it's a trial. Maybe I've got to prove myself to them in some sort of way. I don't know. But that's what we're going to do.
How do you know it's not the
Well, have we? Come on, darling. Come on.
I just want...
All Tweed is as grass. Well, seems to work all right, doesn't it? Cheer up, love. We're on our way. We're on our way. Next stop, Redditch. No, sorry. I do tell a lie.
What?
I forgot, silly bugger. Next stop, you.
What do you mean?
Well, before we get there, you've got a phone call to make. Remember?
Peter one at the organ. I was ready to do.
It's melting.
What do you say?
Your ice. It's melting.
Well, stop twiddling it with your finger.
You're watery soon. Told you.
Oh, Zeke, you smug bitch.
Hello. Yes, it is. Well, he's a bit swamped at the moment. I see. Who's it calling? Just a minute, I'll get him. Frank, it's for you. Frank, it's urgent. It's a call for you. For God's sake, shut up! Come on, Frank, it's a call for you. He's just coming. No, please don't ring off.
God, do people always have to call you in the middle of a
It's
bloody
a Mrs.
shower?
Quarmby. She sounds a bit concerned.
Hello, Benedict here.
He's still gonna do it. Well, stop him. Yes, that's what I said. Stop him. Well, why the hell not?
Just can't. He's determined. I've been trying for the last... He's excited. He's not persuadable. Because I'm scared of him, that's why.
All right, now listen. Just calm down and listen. Are you there? Now look, this is what you do.
You get an address? It's a doddle, then.
Christ.
Why did she phone you here?
It's out of control.
What is?
Quarmby dead. Weston as high as a kite. It's out of control.
Who's this Mrs. Quarmby?
Yeah, that's another thing. She's going along too.
And that wasn't part of the arrangement?
Not as far as I know.
Well, is that so bad?
She knows me.
6 minutes, yes?
Yes.
If I'm not out by then, you take off and keep going. Right?
Right.
And don't be so bloody moody, love. I told you before, it's a snip.
Taking sweets from a baby.
That's it. That's exactly it. Well, come on.
What?
Aren't you going to give me a kiss?
Carry on, Lieutenant.
Sir?
Brigadier Amos, is he in?
No, sir.
Why not?
Security operation, sir. Area sweep.
Orders just come through?
Yes, sir. Roadblocks, maximum security, full bit.
Huh?
An escape, sir, from the rehabilitation centre. Only happened last night.
Bloody civilians. They couldn't look after a kindergarten.
No, sir. They're doing their nuts.
I can imagine. How long will it be, do you know?
Couldn't say, sir.
All right, I'll wait for him.
No, sir, if you don't mind. It's not allowed, sir. Standing orders.
Standing orders.
Yes, sir.
Very good, Lieutenant. Then where do you suggest?
There, sir.
Very well. I'll give him a little while. Carry on, Lieutenant.
Sir? Yes, sir. Shouldn't be long now, sir.
Very good.
On your Todd, then? Lovely job. Don't see many like these nowadays. Yours, is it?
No.
Just borrowed it, then.
Yes.
Nice. From a friend?
Yes.
Very nice. I wish I had a friend like that.
Cup of tea, sir?
Hmm?
Fancy a cup of tea?
No, thanks. Matter of fact, I've got a bit of a headache. Well, it's gut ache, really. I think I'll take a stroll.
You want the car seat, sir?
No, stroll's best. It generally clears it up. No, I can always come back a bit later. You carry on, Lieutenant.
You sure you feel all right, sir?
Perfectly sure. You carry on, Lieutenant.
If you want the MO, sir, I can
I
easily...
said, carry on.
Sir?
Can I be here long, then?
No.
How long? Come on, darling. Give us a hint.
A couple of minutes, that's all.
Oh, that's fine, then. We've got time for a little spin. How about a little turn round the block?
Captain! Captain!
Get over!
Growth in the suicide rate may seem disturbing, particularly since the number of failed attempts has diminished, while the rate of successful suicides is definitely... While the number of actual deaths shows a continuing rise. However, this, in my view, does not necessarily imply an increasing dissatisfaction, conscious or otherwise, with the domestic political situation. Latest figures from abroad, from the United States, for example, indicate with some clarity that within a liberal democracy, pressure on the individual... Just a minute. Pressure on the individual may exert a strain and a resulting impulse towards self-destruction more intense than our own. Memo ends. Copies to all the usual departments. Yes?
Mr. Cornby to see you, Doctor.
Who?
Mr. Cornby. He doesn't have an appointment.
No.
What shall I tell him, Doctor? Will you see him?
Ask him his full name, will you?
One moment. It's Mr. Barry Cornby, Doctor. He apologizes for not having made an appointment, but hopes you'll see him all the same. He says it's quite urgent. What shall I say?
Ask him to come in, and you can go home now. Mr. Cornby.
Yes.
Mr. Barry Cornby.
That's right.
Take a seat.
Thanks.
We haven't met before.
No.
I don't recall having heard your name.
No?
Well, I'm sure I would have remembered it.
Oh, one of my family, a cousin of mine, had treatment from me once.
Oh?
Yes.
Well, it's possible, yes, may well have been. What's your cousin's name?
Peter.
Peter Cornby.
That's right.
Yes, I think I remember. Seems to ring a bell. Have to check my files, of course.
Well, you must see a lot of people.
Oh, I do, yes, but I think I do remember. How is your cousin?
Peter? Oh, he's fine.
Keeping well?
Well, he seemed all right when I saw him last.
And when was that?
A couple of months ago, maybe a bit longer.
Not recently.
No.
And he mentioned me?
Well, just briefly. We don't go in very much for chat in my family. We're rather a close lot. And he's only a second cousin after all.
Yes, I see. In what connection?
I'm sorry?
Well, for what purpose did he mention me?
Oh, he said something about your understanding, I think. The way in which you helped him to
what?
To come to terms with his surroundings. Ease his mind a bit here and there. Suggest a course of further action.
Was that exactly the word he used?
Well, it may have been treatment or even behavior. I think it was something like that. It was quite a while ago.
And you're a very close lot. In your family, I mean.
That's right.
Right, Mr. Cornby, what do you think I can do for you?
You'll take me on?
Yes, I think so.
That's good of you.
Not at all.
Oh, you must be very occupied.
Oh, not as occupied as some. Besides, you have a sort of a recommendation.
Oh?
Well, call it a sponsor if you like.
In my cousin?
If you like.
Well, my problem, in general terms, that is very much the same as his.
A family characteristic, perhaps?
Well, you could look at it like that, I suppose. Shall I go on?
Yes, please.
Uneasiness, uncomfortableness, dislike of my surroundings, the circumstances I find myself in. Those are the general symptoms, I think.
You say a dislike of your surroundings?
Yes.
In a purely personal way, or do you have a broader view?
Oh, I hope broader. One should always try and take the scientific point of view.
Scientific?
Objective, if you prefer.
Oh, yes, I see. Go on.
And a feeling, a growing feeling that something isn't right. Maybe lots of things. Shall I specify some of them for you?
No, not just yet. Tell me, Mr. Cornby.
Yes?
Other people. How do you feel about them?
In general terms or in particular?
Either. Or both. Whichever you like.
Considered objectively, I believe man to represent the summit of creation. His achievement, though not without its faults, major disasters, I suppose, is incomparable. Even a cursory reading of history bears me out. His potential, beyond conception, in my view. That's general.
Yes. And in particular terms?
Leaving aside the possibly dubious, certainly fraught question of the perfectibility of man, I say, leaving that aside, I do believe in his capacity for improvement, the betterment of himself and of the society in which he lives.
Yes, that's still pretty general. It doesn't get us very far.
I'm sorry. You wanted to know.
What you might feel about certain individuals.
Friends, do you mean?
No, not necessarily. You don't have to know them personally. People you know about. Well, let's say people you know of, whom you're aware of, whom you think of from time to time.
Oh, those people?
That's right. They're the ones I mean.
Some people need killing.
I see.
Do you?
How do you feel?
Me?
Who else?
I don't quite follow you.
Well, just tell me how you feel.
At this moment?
Yes.
I feel all right.
You describe your body as healthy?
Do you mean have I got any aches and pains?
Yes.
I get a headache from time to time.
Badly?
You could say so.
But only from time to time.
That's it.
Seen your local GP?
What do you think?
Might be worth a try.
Not in my case. Haven't the patience.
Oh, really? Now that surprises me.
Why?
Well, I'd have said you were a very patient man.
You don't know me all that well.
How long have you been having them, these headaches?
More or less since I was a kid, but they've been getting worse just recently.
How recently?
Oh, last 5 or 6 years, sir.
Right then. Let's have a look.
Look?
I'll see where the tension is. Could be purely physical, you know.
Oh, I don't think so.
Maybe not, but still it's best to be quite sure, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, I think so. Now, tension always goes to the top of the spine. Look at people's shoulders, the way they hold their heads. You can always tell. Just relax, Mr. Quarmby.
I am.
Yes. Well, now. Let's see.
They're a bit lower down. About 1/8 of an inch.
I'm sorry,
The pressure points you're looking for, they're a bit lower down.
I don't get you.
Oh, yes, you do. Press them hard enough and you'll kill me. Isn't that what you plan to do?
Are you certain?
Shouldn't be difficult. Not for a strong man like you.
Mr. Quarmby, would
That
you just
isn't my
mind-
name, as we both very well know. And I'm not a G either. In case that's what you think. How do you know?
And you're not a Quarmby. You've got your genders mixed up.
Come again?
Peter is a woman, not a man.
Oh. There's no one out there. I came alone.
Just checking.
Fair enough. Told you I wasn't a G.
No, yours isn't really their style. What are you?
I'm a schoolteacher. Evening classes. I'm at the City Institute most nights.
What do you teach?
Drama. Yeah, I see what you mean. Still, it's only part-time.
And what do you do when you're not teaching, Mr.
Barry, Raymond Barry.
Mr. Barry?
Organize, activate, agitate, resist. I'm a party member.
Communist.
That's right.
I didn't think there were any of you left.
Oh, come now, Doctor. You can do better than that.
Can I?
Certainly. You could have said prove it, you could have said you're joking, you could have even said piss off. Only, of course, you're not really in a position to say anything like that.
Oh, why is that?
Because when I came in here, I said my name was Quarmby. Right, now you listen, Dr. Benedict. A person in my family, a member of my...
Flock?
I was going to say firm. Anyway, this person has gone astray. Went missing, you understand, a couple of months ago. I'm anxious to trace him. You may be able to help me.
Are you serious?
I'm here, aren't I?
What's his name?
Tom Weston.
Tom Weston. And what makes you think that I can be of any use to
Look, Doctor, why bother? You know as much about this as I do, probably more. So let's talk, shall we? Let's not waste our bloody time.
Well, go on.
Weston's out. Scarpered. I want to get in touch. I think you may know where he is.
Oh, you think?
That's right. I don't know, but I think. Therefore, I'm here.
Well, assuming that I know the person in question...
Christ.
All right. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that I do. Now, he can't be much of an asset to you. Not now. So why should you want to get in touch with him?
That's my firm's business, not yours.
I'm sorry, Mr. Barry. I don't think I can help you.
Oh. Well, that's a pity.
Yes, it is, because, you see, I don't know where Tom Weston is, so I couldn't help you even if I wanted to.
Perhaps you could ask around.
No good. My firm's not organized that way.
Well, think on it. See if anything occurs to you. You can tell me if it does.
And how do I do that?
Well, just say it. Open your mouth and let the words come. When you see me again tonight.
I'm not with you.
Oh, yes, you are. You're ahead of me for all I know.
Tonight?
City Institute, 7:30.
What makes you think I'll be there, Mr. Barry?
Stands to reason, doesn't it? We don't really have much choice. Unless you want me to go shouting Quarmby all over the place.
I'll see what I can do.
You do that. You just see what might turn up. And don't worry, Doctor. I think you might enjoy it. We're doing some very exciting things in adult education nowadays.
Lucky son.
I hate you. You're nothing but a randy bastard. I never want to look at you again.
Look, Carol.
Don't come near me. Don't you ever touch me again. Or I swear I'll kill you.
You're being hysterical.
Oh, God, of course I'm being hysterical. You're making me hysterical. Do you think I could stand by and watch you... Oh, what are the words? I don't know.
All I did was say to the girl...
Say? You did a lot more than say. I watched you with her. Why, you're not even man enough to do it. You have to stand off in the corner and hide your back from me.
I love you.
You're a liar. You're a bloody fraud. I've never believed anything you said. I never will believe anything you said. I never want to see you again. I've warned you before.
Nothing else to say then? Is there?
Oh, God. Sorry, Ray. Just beat it out.
No, that's fine, Carol. Why worry? Maybe there wasn't anything more. I rather liked it. What do the rest of you think?
Well, I enjoyed it. It was lively.
Barbara, what about you?
Well, I liked the first part, but I didn't like the end.
Oh, why was that, do you think?
Well, it seemed just a bit cliched. All that shouting and nothing very much coming out.
Well, like I said, I just ran out of words. Nothing seemed to be happening.
Yes, maybe. Still, an action doesn't have to be expressed verbally, does it? It doesn't have to. Silence can be an action in itself, provided you're thinking through it. It's not just a mechanical pause where you count up to 7 or something. Well, what does our visitor think?
Oh, I'm not really a theatre fan.
All the better. They're the worst of the bloody lot. Now, come on, Doctor, tell us what you thought.
Well, I thought the girl was very good.
There you go, Carol. Another conquest.
Shut up, Brad.
No, I mean it. You heard it. It can't be bad. Oh, God, look at the time. All right, you lot, off you go. Don't leave all the chairs for me to put away.
Night, Ray. Hello, Ray. Night, Ray.
Night.
Hi, Ray.
John.
Good night. Seem a nice bunch.
Yes, I told you.
Seem to like you quite a bit.
I like them. They're here for all kinds of reasons. Because they're lonely, because they're bored. Some of them even because they're interested in drama in a way. But they're nice people. That's what I mainly like about them. I really enjoy the work I do here. Want a coffee?
If you like.
My treat. Bloody thing, hardly ever works. Contact. See, just have to know how it works.
Very impressive.
Well, I made it chocolate. The coffee really stinks.
Well, how about yourself?
Never touch it. Prefer it when it's fresh.
See what you mean. What you said a moment ago.
What is that?
About enjoying the work that you do here.
That's right, it's true.
Oh, I'm sure. But does that mean that your other work, the other things that you do, that you don't like them?
How do you mean?
Well, that you'd really rather not.
I didn't say that.
No. Just wondered if that was how you felt.
No. Wrong. My other activities are important. They're essential. At least they are to me, and I believe to everyone else. Pay no regard to emotions, Doctor. They'll confuse you, they'll trap you, they'll certainly bog you down. You see, as far as my firm's concerned, it's the end result that counts. So as to the means one employs to get there, well, Doctor, liking has nothing to do with it.
He still hasn't moved. He'll be better when he wakes. Try not to worry. Frank knows what he's doing.
Does he?
Of course he does.
What did he give him to make him sleep like that?
Just a sedative.
Is that all?
That's all.
I made some coffee. Want some?
Thanks. The coffee is very good.
Is it?
Very
good.
I can never make it like this. I've tried, but I'm hopeless. Not really domesticated, I suppose. Is it too loud?
What?
I can turn it down if you like.
No, it's fine.
I've never really been able to make up my mind whether music hath charms or not. Still, it's better than silence. Not always, but usually. I play a lot of music nowadays.
Just to yourself?
Usually. Sometimes we listen together, not often. I don't think Frank likes music very much.
Maybe he doesn't have time.
Maybe. I can shut up if you like. We don't have to talk.
No, it's fine. Really. I'm just a bit frantic. I'm not tired. I'd rather talk. I suppose I ought to apologize.
What for?
Being here.
Well, there was no one else. You did what you were told.
I didn't know about your husband, not till yesterday. I didn't know he was a part of all this. Then yesterday, a man gave me a phone number, yours. I didn't know till then. You see, I was a patient of your husband's. I've been here several times. I just couldn't believe it when the man told me. It just seemed...
Yes.
It's... weird.
Yes.
Tom's on some kind of drug.
I know. Frank told me.
Makes him excited, makes him seem a bit mad.
Don't worry.
The man said it was addictive, so I had to phone the number. There wasn't anything else I could do.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Do you think...
Frank knows what he's doing.
Where is he now?
I'm not sure. He had to see someone.
About Tom?
I don't know.
Why not?
Just couldn't find anything.
Did you try?
I did.
But nothing.
That's right.
So as far as you're concerned, Weston's gone. Vanished, just a hole in the air.
That's right.
And no one you know knows where he is or anything about him.
That's what I said.
Tricky, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, I mean, especially for you.
Oh, how come?
Well, look at it this way. We're looking, the G's are looking, bound to be. I had to come to you.
And so might the G's?
Well, they might. It's a possibility you have to allow.
But the G's don't know.
That you're a Quarmby, true. Still, they might find out. Somebody could always tell them.
Why should you do that?
Might have to.
You might be ordered to.
It's a possibility, don't you think?
I would have thought that that was fairly unlikely. Up to a point, our interests, yours and mine, they're pretty much the same, aren't they?
The party and the Quarmbys. A united front.
Well, why not? You want to put an end to this government, so do we. You're not squeamish about your methods, neither are we. You're actively trying to do something about it, so are we.
That makes us bedfellows, does it?
Well, maybe. From an historical point of view. I've said something funny.
No, not really. It's just that I've heard it all before.
Recently?
Only the other night, as a matter of fact.
Well, perhaps that's all the more reason for you to give it a bit of thought.
You really make me sick, you know that?
Because I'm what you'd call a bourgeois sentimentalist.
Because you're just a bloody fool! Look. What are you after? Really after, you and the rest of that Boy Scout brigade of yours? What do you think you're playing at with your passwords and your magic rings? Oh, yes. We know something about the costume jewelry. Little secret compartments for suicide pills. Christ, man, what the hell do you think you're at?
We're going to put an end to this government. We're going to bring down the G's.
Why?
Because it's necessary.
For whom?
For the people of this country.
What do you know about them?
At least as much as you, I would have thought.
From where you sit, I suppose. Your end of the psychiatric couch. Well, thank you very much, Doctor, for your professional opinion. I'll try to keep it in mind.
I'm not the only one.
No, that's right. Let's not forget the others, your fellow members of the Magic Circle. How many of you are there, would you say?
I don't know.
Aren't you even curious?
Sometimes, but that's not really the point. Quarmbys are anonymous. There's no organisation. There may be hundreds of us, there may be thousands, there may be only a few. It's what we do that counts.
Like blowing up a G headquarters, knocking off the odd cabinet minister.
Yes, that's right. Forcing the government into a series of even more repressive measures. Bringing the whole police state apparatus out in the open where everyone can see it. So that it's naked. No half measures, no disguising the nature of the beast.
And that's all. Pure and simple. You haven't thought it any further through than that.
There's an end result, if that's what you mean.
The liberal paradise. Quarmby heaven with welcome written on the map.
With choice. However much it's bungled with what I'd call democracy or freedom, if you like.
Back to the old days.
Not entirely.
But partly, wouldn't you say?
Partly, yes. Well, go on. Apply whatever tag you like from your dialectical vocabulary. A bourgeois liberal, crypto-fascist, neo-anarchist, a reactionary, capitalist jackal. Go on. There's a choice for you. Which one do you fancy?
Bloody pathetic is what comes to mind.
I'd show you the family photos. Only there aren't any.
I wouldn't want to see them anyway.
No. Do you have any children?
No.
I have. 2 twins. They're in Canada.
You're lucky.
I was going to say the same to you.
Did he say?
Say what?
When he'd be back, did he mention a particular time?
No, it's quite usual. He never does. It was really Tom I was thinking about.
Oh?
It's almost time for his next
fix.
For his bullseye. You know, his pill.
For his bullseye. Oh, yes, I see.
Frank left me a supply. His next one is due about now.
Did he leave you instructions as well?
Oh, yes. Frank's very thorough. Always has been. It used to amuse me once.
Oh?
His concern with detail. His persistence. It became a sort of joke.
Between the two of you?
Yes. Well, you know what it's like.
Does it still amuse you, I mean?
Well, not much. But I'm grateful. I'm glad it's there.
Why?
There's something to fall back on. It's a comfort, I suppose. Well, I'll get his bullseye.
Mrs. Benedict.
Yes.
Do you love your husband?
Do you?
Hobson? The Prime Minister? You must be out of your mind.
I don't think so.
Round a bloody twist.
Hobson is the key to the whole thing.
How'd you figure that?
He's an old-fashioned man. Authoritarian, but still high-minded. He believes in discipline. He believes in order. He likes to see results. But underneath all that, there's a set of values which has to do with justice and morality, with what he'd probably call decency and good conduct.
He's a sort of scoutmaster.
And one of these days, Hobson is going to wake up. And he's going to look around him and he's going to see what he's been forced into, what Cornby has forced him into. And he's going to say, enough. No more. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what we need. And then he's going to stop. He's going to dismantle it. He's going to take it all apart.
How?
Disband the G's, call elections, hand back the power.
Back to the old game.
To the electorate. And then Cornby will have done its job.
You poor sod. You poor, pathetic sod.
I don't expect you to sympathise.
And you think we might cooperate?
Up to a point, yes. Lenin once said any
shut
ally
up,
can
man,
be
for
used
Christ's
towards the
sake!
revolution.
Lenin isn't here! The G's are, we are! See it for what it is!
Look, Benedict, even supposing you're right, even supposing that one day Hobson does wake up and experience the sort of divine conversion...
Intellectual, not divine.
The sort of conversion you're talking about. Do you seriously imagine that he'll have any chance whatsoever of actually doing anything about it?
I do. I've told you what I
Oh,
think.
wake up, man. For God's sake, wake up! They'll never let him. You haven't got a hope.
Who's they?
Everybody who's got an interest in the entire
No. I've thought about that. It's not true. Not really. Not now. 6 months ago, I might have agreed with you. Hobson wasn't personally strong enough then. It's changed now. Now, he has all the levers of power at his fingertips. He can stop. He can reverse. He really has the power.
One man.
One man. I know it's not the way you're trained to think.
What about the big boys? Have you thought about them? The industrialists, the monopolists, the military, the men who make the whole thing run? They're doing pretty well out of England, haven't you noticed? They've got their feet in the bloody jam. They won't let Hobson move a finger.
That was 6 months ago, not now.
And the middle-sized boys. All the underlings who've never had it so good. The G's, the regional commanders, the bureaucrats who feel important for the first time in their lives.
The service is what it's always been.
Don't make me puke. Listen, son. They'll do him. He won't even know what hit him. It'll happen so fast. There's only one answer to this system. Change it totally. You can't reform it. You can't harness it. You've got to smash it entirely and put a new one in its place.
A communist Britain.
It's inevitable. We're the only possible answer. That's historical. That's a fact. I'm almost grateful to the G's. They've eliminated confusion. They've shown quite clearly the choice that has to be made. It's simple, it's logical, it's precise.
And Cornby?
A fringe activity. A temporary refuge for misfits and perverts. It's a phase. It has its uses. A death rattle, nothing more. Soon it'll be eliminated. You'll be eliminated, my old son. There'll be the government, and there'll be us. That's historical. That's a fact.
And the people, where will they be?
Where they've always been. They'll be waiting. Waiting to come into their own.
Took it then.
Frank said he would. It wasn't too bad.
He's gone to sleep again.
Yes.
Why is that?
Something to do with the way it works, I think. I don't really know.
But the others, the one the man gave him, they didn't work like that.
Didn't they?
No. What have you given him? Is it the same?
Claire, I don't know. I'm not up in these things.
Tell me.
Claire, I don't know. I've just said so. I'm just doing what Frank said.
Please.
Claire, listen.
Tell me! You've got to tell me! I can't stand it!
You must be quiet. You mustn't make a noise. It's not safe for us if you do. Do you understand me? Do you hear what I'm saying? It's some form of sedative. I don't know what it is. But it's very strong. It will keep him quiet. It will keep him unconscious most of the time.
Why?
Until we know. Until Frank's decided the best thing to do.
With Tom?
Yes.
And me?
Yes. Frank isn't really sure.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, think on it. Do your best now. I know you'll find him if you try.
There's one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Well, why you want him so badly. He's told them all he knows. They put him through the series. He can't possibly be of any use to you now.
Well, don't forget his party. We take care of our own. What's the matter, Doctor? I say something you don't believe.
Well, now it's you that's talking like the scoutmaster.
All right, let's just say we're curious and concerned.
That's not good
Let's
enough
just
for me.
leave it at that, shall we? You've got 2 more days.
And if I don't find him?
Oh, I think you will.
But if I don't?
God, look at the time. The port will be after us. He's a devil when he's roused.
The fury of the worker?
Something like that.
You do want to use him, don't you? As a scapegoat in some kind of a way.
Who, the porter?
The Guardians wanted him. Thornbury wanted him, and now you want him. As an object. To be manipulated or eliminated, nothing more.
Objects have their uses.
So do people.
It's a little late for you to start thinking about that, isn't it, Doctor? You've done your share of manipulating in your time.
I'm not proud of it.
That's not my concern.
It may become your concern because I'm not proud of it. And it affects me. It may affect you too. Now, that may not be historical, Mr. Barry, but it's a fact.
1 every 8 hours. They keep him quiet. That's what Frank said.
And the white ones?
They're amphetamines, like the ones he had before. They make him lively.
They make him mad. What about the others?
What others?
The ones you left in the box.
Frank calls these Happy Valley pills.
What do they do?
They kill you very quickly. I wonder if it hurts.
He left you those?
He left me all of them.
But the Happy Valley pills, he gave you those too?
Yes.
How many did he leave you?
3.